Welcome back to the show, everybody. We got a great one for you today. We're going to talk about John Deaton and hear from him about the recent SEC victory in a battle with Ripple. They haven't won the war, and you're about to find out. We're going to hear about from Jeremy Hogan, who gives us the information for the telephonic hearing for the motion discovery motion tomorrow. So there is a telephonic hearing. We'll have all of that information for you. We'll hear from Dark Defender about prices and where he's at the moment on XRP price, and Coin Market Cap corrects the XRP market cap. That is something we've been waiting for. We got a lot to go over. Let's just roll that beautiful intro.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. Check it out. Cryptonairs, the documentary is here, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the trailer. I will have a link in the description and the comment section for you to view it for free. Just need an email to see it early. And eventually in the near term, it will be available on YouTube. So check this out.
I think one of the kind of my vision is that cryptocurrency can be both a good store of value.
This is just like the internet in 1980s.
Exciting. I think a lot of real world projects are now wanting to come to list.
Yeah, shout out to my crypto fam. All across the land, brothers and sisters, worked all my life. Crypto performance. CPC, BTC, ETH, XRP, BCH, XLM, BSV, ADA. We got them all, baby. Check it out.
Three things. The first, get into this fantastic market. The second, learn to use this innovative technology. And third, buy and hold your coins. That's the secret.
I'm gonna be a cryptonaire. Everywhere I go, people will stop it.
Life becomes so amazing because you realize that all the rules of life can be rewritten.
Do you wanna be?
It was very unclear back then what the trajectory of Bitcoin would be.
Cryptonairs. Cryptonairs. Cryptonairs.
Hello Cryptonairs, I'm Giuseppe, co-founder of Crypto Performance. I enjoy the film only at Crypto Performance.
There you have it. Cryptonairs is out and you can watch it. And I will put that link in the description and the comment box for everyone to be able to go and check it out. Again, I want to thank all the donors to the film. I want to thank Dustin Planholt, Life Stuff Media. I want to thank Mike Jansen and Michael Dotsikis too, who was a part of this thing as well. So really, really excited for each and every one of you to see it. There's been incredibly positive feedback. Everybody's loving the movie so far. I couldn't be happier, and I can't wait for all of you to be able to see it. So here we go. We are 1.7 trillion plus for the market cap this morning. A lot of money missing from this cryptocurrency market, ladies and gentlemen, and that's not new money that's missing. That's old money that's been here. We are used to a 2+ trillion and recently a 2.5 plus trillion cryptocurrency market space, now down at 1.7. Bitcoin fighting back 17% on a 24-hour to 41,700 plus. Ethereum now up almost 17% as well at 2,900 plus. And we're looking at Cardano up 29.73% on a 24-hour as well at 185. And XRP now at the number 6 spot over top of Dogecoin at the moment. And we are here because of the dereliction of duty by the SEC and intimidation tactics. We're going to have some updates for you on the Ripple SEC case. We're at $1.23. We fought back from this morning from the 90-some cent range overnight. We are up 7.48% right now. Looking at the range, 95 cents on the low end to 128. We're sitting at 123.68. Let's go ahead and get into the news. Here we go. ADA The Ethereum killer, baby. ERC20 converter brings Ethereum assets to the Cardano ecosystem. Hello. Sounds like we got a little bypass around those Ethereum gas fees, do we? You couple this in with Flare Networks. You couple this in with Codius on the XRP ledger. And I think Ethereum looks like a ghost town in maybe 5 to 8 years. Who knows? Maybe sooner. But you know what? It doesn't mean it goes away altogether. However, I do want to play this. This is from Notorious XRP, and he is notorious. And if you're not following him, I would. This is a great clip here that absolutely lays out Vitalik Buterin, the creator of Ethereum, telling you that he is absolutely doing an initial coin offering, which is a security. And he's also telling you in this clip, he actually designed what he was going to do and where he was going to live and launch the business based on avoiding U.S. securities law. Listen here.
So you said that you guys are looking to incorporate and do this out of Switzerland, and you're purposely, you live in Canada, right?
Yes.
And so you're purposely not doing it in Canada, and you're purposely not doing it in the U.S.
A large part of that is regulatory reasons.
Okay.
A token, a digital asset, where I give you my money and you go off and make a venture. You have some company you want to start or something you want, and in return for me giving you my money, you say, you know what, I'm going to give you a return. Or you can get a return in the secondary market by selling your token to somebody. That is a security, and we regulate that. We regulate the offering of that security, and we regulate the trading of that security.
Well, then why didn't you do it when you were at the SEC, Jay Clayton? Why? And here I tag the SEC news. How is Ethereum not a security again? Asking for some friends who were being wrongly sued by your agency. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And let's keep this moving because we got more to go over. Australia is not confused. Their minister says government has no issue with crypto investments and merely warns the citizens that it is a high-risk, volatile market if you are actually participating in buying, selling, holding, and trading cryptocurrencies. How about that? They don't actually see the retail investor as stupid as the U.S. does, right? So that's pretty incredible here. Now, I found this to be interesting. Now, we know the trouble with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a huge energy consumption issue, right? We also know that we've had a couple stumbles from Anthony Pompliano on mainstream media where he tried to convince all of us and Julia Chatterley that money was somehow stored energy. That didn't work out so well either. And then right behind that came what I believe is going to be a failed campaign of a pizza box to try and fix Bitcoin. Bitcoin's issue is that it is proof of work. I personally have said this many times on the show, and I'm going to say it again right now. I think Bitcoin lives long term. I really do. You may not think it to hear what I'm saying, but the truth is it has an immediate downside here, and I think it is in the gun sights and the crosshairs of market regulators and government officials, lawmakers, right? So volatility is not your enemy, it's your friend, says Mark Yusko from the same investment company that Pomp is associated with here. But listen to what he says in this spot here, and then I want to jump in.
You pointed out in Fast Money like 2 years ago, the key is the long term and the series of higher lows. Every time it falls to a higher low in Bitcoin. You still see that uptrend continuing, I assume.
Yeah, look, the real problem, Sully, and we've talked about this in the past too, is price is a liar, right? The price of an asset is not its value. The value of the asset is determined by the fundamentals, and the fundamentals.
He's exactly right. I could apply that exact method to XRP. I think the price is severely out of whack when it comes to the fundamentals of what XRP has achieved throughout the world with the adoption and wanting to use this asset for settlement, whether it's cross-border remittance or whether it's small, medium enterprises or whether we're talking about payment providers or central banks. We know that Ripple is, in fact, doing a private ledger off of the XRP Ledger open source technology. technology. I think all of this is not reflected in price, those fundamental facts, right? So I agree with that. But the fundamental fact here for Morgan Creek and Mr. Yusko and Pompliano here and all the investors is what will we see from the market regulators, because they have been sending the narrative down the pike and they've been letting us know that proof of work doesn't work. In fact, we've even heard from Chris Larson, who said that Bitcoin should move away from proof of work. He just celebrated a couple days ago that Ethereum moving to 2.0 was a huge celebration to move away from proof of work and to proof of stake. You know, it was this that came up here that made me come to a major realization. And I hope other people were asking this question, just like they should be asking questions about the SEC versus Ripple case and satisfying those questions for yourself. The reality here for me is that you started a Bitcoin pizza box campaign. It's not even a pizza or a pizza chain. They're literally sending boxes to all these different cities where these pizza parlors are, and you're going to order a pizza and request this box, and you're going to help donate to what has been, I believe, cloaked as a human rights charity, because they can't get Bitcoin developers and miners to actually come together to work on the network. And you know why that is? Because they're making oodles of money right now, charging us exorbitant fees to be on that network. Again, I had a friend send 1.3 Bitcoin the other week, and they were charged over $4,000 to get those two transactions of that 1.3 moved. Over $4,000. That is not the internet of value. And I can tell you here, I've been in business long enough to know that a pizza box campaign is not a way to solve the problem. You're trying to raise money, cloak it into what is to be a human rights charity, but this is to give the money that's raised to developers to want to fix Bitcoin. But if the developers and the miners fix Bitcoin, they won't be able to make as much money off of us. So where's the incentive? This comes back to the speech that was given, I believe, at Stanford or it might have been Berkeley. I can't remember, but David Schwartz gave about the best incentive for a payment protocol network is no incentive at all. And it's absolutely the truth. There is trouble here on the near term. I believe Bitcoin makes it long term. Look, none of this is financial advice, from me or anyone else on the show. But the reality here is that I feel like they know that the market regulators have got the gun sights and they got the crosshairs on them, and they're going to come down here and they're going to drop something soon that happens to be probably a carbon footprint tax, which we've talked about a lot on this channel. And then what's going to happen? They're forced to make a change. And I don't think a pizza box campaign is the solution. By the way, if you're the board member who talked your company or investment fund into putting Bitcoin on your balance sheet, right now you're back at what, 41,000? Right? 41,000. You've lost from 60,000 if you got in then. So you're down almost $20,000, right? And then you're sitting in the boardroom and you're trying to convince them, well, don't worry about it. We're going to be able to fix it because Pomp's got a pizza box campaign. And they're raising money from pizza boxes, and they're going to fix the $41,000 coin. And no one's listening to you in the boardroom because they're all packing your stuff up in your office and putting it on the street. Here we see in a win for the SEC, a judge knocks back Ripple's request to stop the SEC from asking foreign regulators for info on Ripple and XRP transactions overseas. I wish she hadn't done that, but you know what? It just means that John Deaton lays it better down than anybody I've heard so far. So let's go ahead and listen to what he said. He said, I've seen a lot of comments and concerns that this ruling is a big blow to Ripple or XRP. It is not. In my opinion, Judge Netburn delivered the correct legal ruling on this issue. There was only one prior case where the use of MOUs, Memorandum of Understanding, was argued and the court allowed it. So he's laying it down. He also goes on to say the argument by Ripple that it's not fair because it allows SEC to ask for one-sided evidence might be true, but it doesn't render it unlawful. We need to pay attention to the other things, she says in her short decision. She said that although she is allowing the SEC to use the MOUs, it does not mean, however, that this court is without a role. She says the court will preclude the evidence, leave out the evidence if it's not properly disclosed or there is any other reason the SEC only asks for the info that helps its case but ignores similar evidence that helps Ripple. So this could actually work against the SEC in that manner if there is material that has been found or discovered that does not help the SEC, because that is supposed to be turned over as well. She also commented in the most recent restrained and professional way by saying to improve transparency in the process, the SEC is ordered to produce copies of all previously served requests. He reads that, John reads that to mean that she believes the SEC shouldn't have hid the requests from Ripple. Now, she warns she will preclude the evidence and leave it out if it's not given. I would have called out the SEC for not disclosing it. I would call out Ripple if needed. Judge Netburn proved why she's better judged than I would be, he says. She said it in a way that sends the message but remains above it all. And so far, absolutely. So thank you to John Deaton for everything you are doing, man. No doubt about it. You are a rock star for taking up the calls, my brother. And here's Jeremy Hogan sharing some love here. He says SEC versus Ripple hearing. Let the judge know that there is and will be much public interest in the case, not only because it affects XRP, but because it affects the entire crypto industry. This is tomorrow at 2 p.m. If dialing international, be aware of phone charges. But here is the information for all of us right here. Make sure you get it. It is on my Twitter as well. So there it is. And before we get out of here, this is Brian Brooks who's laying it down for us here. Many of these things are going to zero crypto assets he's referencing. Well, you know what? It's a very short clip. Let's hear him remark to it right here.
I mean, you I think, lend some credibility to the whole industry, but there are some questions going around again now based on colonial, based on China, based on regulatory issues, based on all these things. A lot of worries, a lot of headwinds.
Yeah, well, look, my personal view is calling crypto an asset class is sort of like calling stocks an asset class. And most of us don't really think about it that way, except in a broad way. If you think about it for a minute, we think about tech stocks versus industrials versus financials. Or even within tech stocks, HP is very different from eBay, is very different from Apple. And I think, again, the education level of investors on this needs to be a lot better. Ethereum is a different business from Solana, and that's a different business from Protocol Labs. You need to understand what it is that you're buying. And people are increasingly sophisticated about that, and yet you still hear stories of guys on the train just randomly poking around on CoinMarketCap to buy any crypto asset. That's the wrong way to think about it. Many of these things are going to go to zero, like happens in the stock market, but some of these things are going to be foundational technologies with real value for generations. That's what we're trying to build here. People need to get that.
And it's really spot on. And not only that, and thank you to Brian Brooks, CEO there from Binance US. I think he's going to do a lot to affect this market in such a positive manner, and in turn, really elevating Binance US, the platform. Now, looking here, Dark Defender says, if you have any doubts in XRP, please think again. Apart from the prices go up or down 50%, etc., stay a while and listen. Look around yourself. Everything is going to be cryptographic. And who has the most powerful team, utility, cryptocurrency in the community? Imagine. Act. And really shout out to Dark Defender, who has really given incredible insights on his view of the technical analysis. Dark Defender, Crypto Wizard, Terra, Coins Kid, and Crypto Bull 2020, Crypto Toes. These people are really good at what they do, and I'm very grateful for each and every one of them. And anyone that I missed, please forgive me. So, by the way, the coin market cap for XRP has been corrected. We are back at $46 billion XRP from the 35 that had been showing for more than a week, I think, at this point. So that is very nice to have that fix. You know, this is a head on a swivel moment. Everybody's recovering, it looks like today, from, you know, an absolute bloodbath from the Elon Musk on Bitcoin, and then the Chinese news that came out to stop financial institutions in China from working with cryptocurrencies. You know, huge hit to the market yesterday, but it does seem to be recovering. We will keep an eye on it as always. Make sure you check out the links in the description box and the comment section. Pure VPN, guys, it's one of the many different layers for hiding my anonymity and protecting my security online, and I use it every single day of my life on my computer. There's no question about it. So make sure you check that out. Many other links in the description box. They are trusted, vetted links, so you know what you're clicking on. There you go, and I'll catch all of you on the next one.